what's your sense of the group coming off the trip, what you picked up today at practice?
Yeah, I think we had a good work day. I mean, we got some things that we want to get cleaned up, some areas to improve on. So we got that done here today.
What is the biggest thing that needs to change in your mind?
I think there's lots. You know, when you watch the video, there's lots of areas that need to improve. And I mean, we covered plenty of them today. You know, whether that's neutral zone or D, first touch, power play, penalty kill, all that stuff we had a chance to work on here.
How do you tune out the noise when you're at home? Obviously, when you're on the road, you kind of don't hear as much when things are going well, but now that you're home, how do you tune it?
It just kind of comes with the territory. You just do what works for you. Everybody's different. It's our job to be here today to work. And, you know, we've got an important game tomorrow that we got to prepare for, and so I mean, you just do whatever you got to do to get yourself ready.
Morgan, you guys know what level it takes to succeed in this league. Why haven't this group been able to get to that level? You know, 10% of the schedule already.
Yeah, we've been trying to find it for sure. I mean, as a group, we want to improve, you know, off of how we played this season so far. You know, we believe we can. We believe that, I mean, we have the structure, we have the personnel to do so, and it's a work in progress. We're working every day to try to get there. I think we've gotten there in the past for periods of time. We've played really good hockey, so we know we can do it again. But, you know, we're grinding away here today, trying to get back.
What fine a line is this between having a group of players with talent and being a team?
It's an interesting question. I think, you know, it depends on the personnel. I think with our group in particular, you know, I think we have a very cohesive group, and, you know, we're a tight team, and I think we feel good about the people we have in this room.
What can you do as a leadership group, I guess, to right the ship at times like this?
You do whatever you can. You got to look yourself in the mirror first, and then you got to come to work every day and be a good teammate, be a leader, you know, perform, and I mean, it's part of the job. You got to be ready to push and to compete, and you know, be a friend to your teammates. You know, be hard on them when you have to, and so you know, it's all around. You just got to be ready to work until we get on the right path.
What's your impression of how Sheldon's dealt with the start of the season?
He's been good. He's been good. We've had lots of meetings. He's expressed, you know, his opinion on certain things in terms of how we're playing, our structure, and so I think it's good to have that kind of open communication.
Do you guys feel like you're playing for his job?
That's not. I mean, we're out there trying to win games. That's all we're thinking about.
So what's your sense of the group coming off the road trip?
Yeah, it's nice to be home. I think, you know, good day of practice today. Obviously, try to clean up some things, try to keep the energy up, and get ready for a game tomorrow.
What's the biggest thing that you think has to change to get the team back on track?
I think we just got to move our feet a little bit, take care of stuff defensively, be better and harder to play against in our zone, and skate, move our feet a little bit more.
You mentioned that a big focus in the leadership group would be to keep the mood upbeat. Like, what's your sense of the atmosphere on the team and how the guys are handling it?
Yeah, I just said, you know, the mood was good, our energy was up, it was a good practice day today. Like I said, nice to be home, you know, get some good work in today and get back at it tomorrow.
How do players keep each other accountable when things go off the rails a bit?
Well, that's obviously internally us, you know, holding each other to a high standard, and, you know, when somebody's not holding that standard to obviously, you know, make them aware of it and obviously push each other to be the best that we can be.
You said it starts with the leadership group starts with you. How have you felt about your season so far?
I mean, I think it was a bit of a slower start, but than I would have liked. But I think the last, you know, couple games offensively, been able to kind of get into a rhythm, pick it up a little bit. But you know, obviously, I think there's another level for myself and for everybody in this room, and you know, just the commitment to detail on both sides of the puck. So, like I said, you know, it's good to be home now. Get a couple games here, a couple days of good practices like today, and you know, get back at it tomorrow with another new opportunity.
When you saw the schedule to start the season, how surprised were you to be sitting where you are after 10 games?
You know what? I honestly, I don't know how to answer that, Steve. I don't know. Obviously, you always hope for the best, and that's not always how it works out, and you got to go through adversity and stuff and figure it out, pick each other up, hold each other accountable, and move forward. So I don't think we're ever thinking about hypotheticals like that ever. So that's pretty much the mindset.
How much do you pay attention to the frustration of the city with the team struggling the way you guys have with their expectations so far?
Well, I mean, I think we're frustrated too. I think it's not a one-way street. Obviously, we want to be better. We want to win games, and play to our capabilities. So, it's definitely not a one-way street there. We're obviously frustrated, and like I said, we expect better from each other. It starts with today, good practice, and then back at it tomorrow.
What's keeping you positive, hopeful that you can turn this around from my side?
Experience.
What's your sense of Sheldon during this time, like his message, his tone, I guess, with you guys?
Yeah, I think obviously, it's easy to, call plenty of things out within our game and, details and stuff. But, I think the message on Sunday was just pretty clear. Not, no video in the morning, just kind of making sure our mindset was right going into the game day. And, like I said the other night, we started off really well, but obviously we kind of became a little bit unhinged as the game went on, and that was that. So, I think his messaging today obviously was, not a negative one, but also not a positive one. It's more so just, let's pick each other up here, push forward, move through this adversity, while also holding each other accountable.
Nice to have a practice like that where I think all the way through, the music is blaring at the end. It seemed like it was the kind of practice players would enjoy it.
That's usually how our practices are going. We usually got the music going, so. But obviously, with the with everything else going on around us, it's obviously nice to get a good day and kind of keep the energy up and just have some fun out there and put in some good work.
Do you feel like you're playing for them?
It's not about the road trip.
I'm here all day, I guess.
I'm with the Fifth Estate at the CBC.
Alrighty.
Could you explain why you chose to make this deal with Bet 99?
I appreciate the question, but after all that, I don't think I'm going to get into it much, honestly. So, if you guys got any more hockey-related questions? Then.
They hired you to be an ambassador for the brand. I just wanted to give you the opportunity.
Yeah, like I said, I've already kind of answered this question before, and there's just a lot of hockey questions and stuff. So I kind of just like to keep on that, if that's okay, and if not, we can just move forward.
John, what's the biggest thing that's got to change right now?
Well, I think obviously we've talked about having a higher level of execution, playing a little bit more pace to our game, and when things do break down, I think just being a lot harder in obviously on pucks around their net, slowing people down and just making it more difficult to play against us. So covered a lot of good points off the ice today. On the ice, thought it was good energy, good pace. So good work day, and excited to get back at it.
There's been a lot of talk about there was a bad start last year. We'll be fine. We'll get out of this. But is there a danger in just thinking that things will get better?
Well, that's not how we think about them. We know we haven't played well enough, and we have to be better. And even if things were, we had a different record at this point, it is about getting better and pushing ourselves as a group. Preparing for tomorrow and playing well. So it's not really where our mindset or our focus is. It's always how can we better, push our standard and push ourselves. And we know we haven't been to the level that we're capable of. And like I said, good work day today, another opportunity to play well and push towards that tomorrow.
Rightly or wrongly, a lot of the grief is landing on Sheldon. I was just wondering, does the team feel that it's playing for the coach's job right now? Nothing to avert?
We don't really look at anything in what ifs or those scenarios. I think, just like I said, you come to the rink today looking to get better, as does the coaching staff, working together and getting ready for tomorrow and playing better. I know we're all really lucky and think Sheldon's a great coach.
There's a list of things you have to do better. What would be at the top of it?
Well, I think, we look at the way we're breaking the puck out and just trying to be more efficient there, open up our speed and our ability to get on the attack and get on the forecheck, and that can hopefully connect all three zones together. And like I said, when it doesn't go as smoothly, or other teams forecheck well, or other players make good plays, I think then stopping their momentum defensively and killing plays, and then in turn getting out on the transition out of our zone the way we need to.
Better work through the neutral zone, going both ways?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, all three zones are connected together. So, I think first and foremost, we can clean some things up in our own end. I think it'll put us in better spots and better position throughout the rest of the ice, offensively and defensively, to set ourselves up to play to the way we want to play with our structure, play with our pace, and our ability to get on the attack.
Do you do anything differently as the captain at a time like this?
Not a whole lot. I think you want to just try to be true to who you are and keep going about our process the way we want to go about it. I think no doubt we have to be better. So if you continue to look at areas where you can do that, especially as the captain, and have conversations with guys if necessary, leadership group or throughout the locker room. But I don't think you really want to get away from your approach. That's why you just try to hold yourself to a certain standard and be accountable to that on a daily basis, and uphold that within our locker room, within our culture.
Obviously, the city's really frustrated right now. The fan base is frustrated. Is that something that gets into this locker room? You guys recognize that?
Well, we understand, how much people love the team and care about the team and want us to do well. So, and we want to do well too. And it's a lot of hard work and a lot of effort that has to go into it. I think, we accept responsibility when we don't play well and to the level that we're capable of, and that's why we're back in here today to get back to work, look at the areas where we'll be better at, and go out there and execute tomorrow. And you don't just change things overnight, but certainly each and every day you take steps on trying to find ways to get better and pushing each other. Have the conversations we need to, and obviously put the work in on and off the ice. So, no doubt we want to go out there and play well and reward our fan base.
It was a tough game for Mitch the other night. He took it on himself, the responsibility for those turnovers. What's your sense of him?
Well, I think any of us that have been here for a while, especially, a lot of the core guys, I think, we've all been through it at times and understand the microscope he can be under, but I think we all got his back. We know what a special player he is, how important he is to this team, and the continued maturity and growth. I think him on and off the ice as a leader. So I know he's looking forward to the chance to getting back at it and compete and being a difference maker like he is. That's why he's been one of the best players in the league over the last few years.
Have you ever left the bench in anger or frustration, and did you speak to Mitch about that at all, that episode?
I think at times there's definitely, you want to reach right out to guys, and sometimes I think you want to let them, get their emotions out of them or express those things. So I think it just depends, time and place and scenario. So obviously Mitch, we're very close obviously within here in the team, but also off the ice as well. So I have a good sense of who he is, and I know, like I said, I think the evolution of him since I've come here and the steps that he's taken, that he has a good sense of, his feelings, his emotions, and that we got his back and we're here for him.
I take it you've never done it though, something like that.
Oh, I've had my few moments myself. I'm sure you can find some.
You were down on Sunday night, understandably so. Like, how do you get over that? How are you feeling now?
Yeah, I mean, back home, like I said the other night, I take huge accountability myself and wanted to be the best player I am every single night. And I wasn't happy with how I played, and obviously I put a lot of pressure on myself to be the best that I can be every night. And when I'm not that, then I put a lot on my shoulders that I need to be better. And like I said, those two costly mistakes cost us that game. And obviously the first one's early, but the second one, try to make the play and just got to make sure I'm certain at that point. But take a lot of responsibility on myself and the ownership, and it hurts me after the games. But it's nice to be back home now, practicing, and fresh slate here to get going tomorrow.
For you, is that just a return to a concentration level, Mitch? Get those plays out of your game and that sort of thing, or how do you see that?
Like I said, the first one, it's a play I think I make a lot of times. It's just, I don't know, just a little underplayed to Gio. I think I just got to trust it more, make it more to the middle, and know he's going to be in that spot, and kind of underpassed him right to their guy's stick with a poke check. And second one, I curl up a lot in the zone. That time was just unfortunate that, I should have read the play a little better, seeing three guys on their team coming up with me, and if I get that low, it's 3-on-2 or 4-on-2 going to their net. So it's just about reading the play a little better, but I'm not going to change my game just because of a couple mistakes. Just got to make sure I'm more locked in and dialed on those situations.
You're usually quite reliable. Were you surprised at all that Sheldon would call the timeout and then skip you in the next rotation there?
No, like I said, I take a lot of accountability myself, and he does with everyone here in this locker room. It doesn't matter who you are, and you got to show that every player is accountable regardless. And I got no problem with that at all. And I got the opportunity to go back out there and finish a couple shifts and almost finish that game in overtime, which obviously you wish you had back. But you got to take accountability and you got to put it on yourself.
Mitch, this group knows what the level's needed. You guys have done it before. The organization's put a lot of faith in this group. Bring it back. Why haven't you been able to get to that level yet?
I think just for us, it's been I think I heard John say it. I mean, it's been a little bit of a struggle to get out of our zone, go through the 3 zones with speed, and that's something we really focus on today, something we focus on through video and stuff like that. We just got to make sure we're cleaner in our D zone, cleaner getting our outs, and when we're doing that good, it's very hard to contain us, and especially when we got everyone moving through the neutral zone with speed, and I think that's something that when we're on, that looks pretty flawless, and it just hasn't been there yet, but we just got to stay patient with it, make sure we got a good practice in here today, and we try and lock that in tomorrow.
Mitch, the other day you referenced some of the criticism this team took last year when they had a bad start, and not surprising, it's a lot of that's happening right now. How much do you pay attention to what's being said about you and about the team right now with the struggles?
I don't know what you guys are really saying, to be honest. I've deleted social media. Like, I've said this for multiple years. I don't really have it. It's just found it's a poisonous thing. It's kind of gets in your mind a little too much. You think about it, you see things a little too much. So since I've gotten off that, it's been great. It's been just refreshing for me and my mindset. So I'm not really seeing much, but I can definitely see and feel from others the frustration from the fan base, but you get it. I mean, we're a team that has a lot of expectations for ourselves. We got an unbelievable fan base that wants us to win every game, and we haven't been able to play up to our standards yet, and we just got to make sure we turn that around tomorrow. We come with a full effort. It starts with just our effort, and then our game will come around from that. But for us, it's just making sure we stay tight in this group. We got a lot of trust in each other. We know we are a great team, and we got a lot of guys that can make a lot of great plays, and we know it's going to come here soon. We just got to make sure we stick with it.
Even without social media, though, is it harder when you're at home to kind of tune out that noise?
No, I mean, I don't watch any of you guys on TV. I'm not going to lie. I'm a big guy. I just watch Twitch, if anyone knows that. It's guys playing video games. I watch Netflix with my fiance, a couple other shows, and play video games. So, I mean, I just stay off everything. I don't really need to read anything out there. I know what I need to do to be successful, and for other guys, they have other ways of dealing with it and stuff like that. So everyone deals with it their own way, but I just find it's better for me not to really see or read anything.
Jeffrey Dahmer or no Jeffrey Dahmer?
I did watch that, but I did a project on him in grade, I think it was 10 or 11, and that was a disturbing show for sure. That was disturbing to watch, but I did a report on him, so I kind of knew a little bit about him already, but very disturbing.
Do your friends and family know not to inundate you with phone calls and go like, "What's going on?" type thing?
I mean, yeah, none of us really kind of read it. I'm sure my father does, but he knows not to tell me about anything because I don't care to hear it, and I just hang up. So, I just stick to myself. When I'm in this locker room, obviously we're trying to all get better, push each other to be the best we can be, and we're excited that we're back home for the next couple games and get to show what we're about.
I feel like you're playing for Sheldon's
Last question.
Job. Because you feel like you're playing for Sheldon's job right now?
No, I think we're just playing for our, winning games. We're a hockey team that wants to win games, and Keefe's done an unbelievable job with this team when he's came in and done what he's done. And if you look at our numbers, we've really improved on a lot of things, and he's done an amazing job here. And it's been a lot of fun to play for him. And for us, it's just making sure, like I said, it starts with our effort, accountability, and since when we get those two things going, I think we're really going to be moving in the right direction. And like I said, it starts tomorrow. We got to make sure we come ready for that.
Sheldon, what was your message to the group today?
Just that it's nice to be home. Calendar turns here to November. We had a fresh opportunity to get back on home ice and a chance to get better in practice today. So let's get to work.
How surprising is it that the team is where it is 10 games in?
Well, it is surprising. The expectations that I had for the team, I think everybody has for themselves, is a lot higher than what we performed like to date. That said, it is 10 games, and we have lots of hockey left to play. So let's just focus on tomorrow.
What's the key for you, Sheldon, on the ice for these guys to start piling up, whatever the word is, or getting some wins here?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of areas in our game that we can improve upon. In fact, I think when you talk about our start and the results or whatever that we've had, I think the points that we've been able to accumulate to this point, probably or even more so more than what I would expect based on how we've played, frankly. And that speaks to the ability and talent that we have as a group. So my focus solely is just to get our team to play better. I think an area that we can improve on the most is how connected we are and how we execute as a group coming out of our zone and getting through the neutral zone and then just getting on the attack from there. I thought we were well on our way to that in Anaheim. Just in terms of our play with the puck, in our first period, especially the last 10 minutes, was really representative of what I think we could look like. We weren't able to sustain that, but that's certainly where we want to get to tomorrow.
Is that why you had kind of a back to basics practice, as high paced as it was? You had the defense working outlet passes in here and the forwards working cycling on the other side.
Yeah, that's really it. I mean, from the skill development side of things, it's just sort of our approach anyways. Before we lead into practice, that's in a lot of ways sort of the lead in or the warm up to practice, and we'd like to get right to it. But there is a lot of fundamentals that we're not executing at a high level right now. Some of the things that we expect to be really good in. Simple as breaking out and being available for one another and being responsible for your touch and your pass and all those sort of things. So that was really the emphasis of the day, is just be good in that area and get us on the attack.
Sheldon, when you sat Mitch out for one whole shift, what was the message you were trying to get across? And is there a risk when you do that sort of thing? A coach already has so many tools, but is there a risk to that kind of public discipline?
Well, I mean, as a coach, you make a lot of decisions as you go through the game, and sometimes you're trying to send a message to the player. Sometimes you're trying to send a message to the entire team. Each situation is different. I thought at that time, we would just, I was already looking for a way to get Dennis Maligan a little extra shift here and there, and that was an easy way to let Mitch have some time to kind of process things, and knowing that you're going to get him right back to it. But I mean, these decisions are made all the time with a lot of our players. Not the first time for Mitch, and really not a big deal.
Everyone expresses frustration in different ways, Sheldon, but did you have any problem with him leaving the bench to smash a stick in that situation?
No, I mean, guys got to have outlets and do what they need to do as they're working through things. We need our guys ready when the game begins, and Mitch was, so I've got no issues with any of that sort of stuff. But the best thing for us, like I was talking about, is just today's a new day, new month. We get through the first 10-game segment here, we get to work tomorrow. So good day of practice today, guys. Energy was good. That's the thing you're most concerned about this time of year, and what you're going through, and coming back from the road trip, both on how it went and the length of it and the time change and all those things. The energy of the group was really good today, and that gives me even more confidence going into tomorrow.
When things aren't going well like this, oftentimes people will point to the coach. I know that might not be the chatter that's happening inside the team, but obviously outside, with a frustrated fan base, frustrated city, those are the kinds of things that are being said right now. How do you feel about that? Do you feel that you should be facing some of
the only thing I feel about it is just that I have a job to do. The team, my job is to prepare the group for tomorrow and have a good day today. That's absolutely my focus, is focus on our team and playing better as a group and getting prepared for the Philadelphia Flyers. So that's really it, and that's all we talked about and focused on today.
Sheldon, how's Matt Murray progressing? He was on the ice before practice.
Yeah, progressing well. It's part of his plan. Today was the day that was scheduled, and so he's met and stayed on that schedule. So from that end of it, I think he's doing well. I haven't had a chance to talk to him here today. He wasn't on the trip, but I know that was the plan, and it seems like things have gone well there. So he'll just continue his process. I think he's still quite a ways away.
Let's get a quick thought on Holmberg coming in.
Sure. Pontus guy, we were really excited about the camp that he had. Obviously the numbers and the cap and things, didn't have space for him coming in, and wanted to try some different guys in the middle. But we obviously tried different people throughout that road trip playing center ice. We liked the idea of having a natural center coming in, and he had a really good camp for us. We like a lot of things about him, and he's gone down to the Marlies and all reports are he's been excellent for them there. Not a guy that scores at a high rate, but does a lot of really good things that contribute to winning, so we're happy to have him.